was made for me to love. Body was made for me to touch. Body was made for me to pleasures. Made for
What up, Flip?
I don't mean to be rude or come straight forward. Every time I call it says come. Baby, who are we to ignore this? Cause you know I was made to be in your body.
I tried to call you, Flip.
We were calibrated for one another, yeah. When we coincide as our lovers, yeah. Chemistry be high like no other.
What up, B?
Oh, baby, I swear that it feels like your anatomy know how to move around for me, yeah. Telling me that it loves to be bound to me, yeah. Satisfied when I going down deep. Oh, baby, you splash me. I can tell that it's been waiting for my presence. Opened up for me cause you know I'm gon' bless it. I read all the signs and I reply with no questions. I don't need no lesson to know your body was made for me to love. Body was made for me to touch. Body
Nah,
was made
my same
for
number.
me to pleasure.
It was just going straight to voicemail.
And I don't mean to be rude or come straight forward. Every time you call it says come. So baby, who are we to ignore this? You know I was made to be in your body. Yeah, communicating with me very well. Between your crevice, I be deep in it, be wet as whales. Moving hips as if you teaching me the way to dance. Looking deep into my eyes, keep you in a trance. Each stroke, that approach, exposing your moans. Shooting that electricity to find home in your bones. I follow your lead, supply what you need. As we grind in these sheets, I sponsor your lead. I can tell that it's been waiting for my presence. Opened up for me cause you know I'm gon' bless it. I read all the signs and I reply with no questions. I don't need no lesson to know. Your body was made for me to love. Body was made for me to touch. Your body was made for me to pleasure. It was made for me to fuck. And I don't mean to be rude or come straight forward. Every time you call it says come. So baby, who are we to ignore this? Cause you know I was made to be in your body. Every desire you crave, I fulfill for you, baby. You know that I know your body. All I need is just a little time to make it rain from you, baby. Let me explore your body. Oh, girl, don't you be ashamed to let it flood on me.
Melon AJ, what's up?
Swim, put that love on me. Yeah, never be afraid to let it go for me. And by the time I climax, you gon' see your body was made for me to love. Your body was made for me to touch. Your body was made for me to pleasure. It's just made for me to fuck. And I don't mean to be rude or come straight forward. Every time you call it says come.
Yes.
Baby, who are we to ignore this? Cause you know I was made to be in your body.
I'm gonna post who it is. Somebody preaching. Yes.
Man, I know this is crazy, man.
Ah, shit. What's going on, people?
What's up, y'all? What's up,
Oh,
dude?
man. Nothing, man. You know, look in our pre-show meeting. See, I said, got my
I see it.
my Jimmy buckets going on right now.
I see it, man. I ain't seen the stash like that in a minute, dude. Look.
Man, yeah. That's about all the fuck that come in. So, Man, how you doing?
Oh man, I am getting better. Allergies been kicking my ass, and that's the crazy thing is, even though we are still in the COVID pandemic, there's still a such thing as allergies and all that shit that's still out there, man. And man, I've been down for the past couple days. So
Listen,
man,
look,
I'm better. I'm better now. But
look. I know my birthday was a movie, and we were on it. But goddamn it, Dallas has reached over 1 million goddamn COVID cases.
1 million cases, man.
Y'all are not gonna see me.
Oh, y'all may not see me till March. I mean, y'all can holler at me on social medias, but y'all may not see me till March in
You
this
know what?
piece.
Look, you might not see me till after Kamala's in office. Goddamn
I'm
it.
just, jeez, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling
Shit.
you, man. It's just it's a lot, brother, and I can't believe that we are even here still at this point, man. But man, here we are.
Yes, here we are, and I am the real Cobain. That is Draper Winston, and this is Midweek Vibe, people.
What's up,
Midweek
y'all?
Vibe. It's another Wednesday. Is it still Wash Wednesday?
Okay, so with Wash, the season finale is dropping this Saturday. So there's an event going on this Saturday for the season finale of Washed. So if
Okay.
you haven't caught up on everything, make sure you get caught up on everything for Wash. But the season finale is finally here, and yeah, and we made it through the season.
Hey, it's always good to make it through a season, man.
Always good to make it through a season, especially in this damn day and age. Especially this time, it's always good to
Ooh.
make it through fucking something.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. Speaking of making it through something, I guess we can go ahead and jump right on in. Somebody
Ooh.
still ain't made it all the way through the goddamn election and called Joe Biden and Kamala to give his conception speech.
So there's a whole lot to unfold with that situation going on right there. And what's crazy is, everybody that has even supported Trump, right? So I just caught word of, and he's right here in Dallas. His name is Reverend Jeffries of First Baptist Church in
What up, G?
downtown. In
What up,
downtown.
Shonda?
What up, G? What's up, y'all? So in downtown Dallas, right? He even came out and said, and again, this is one of Trump's leading quote unquote evangelists, right? He came out and said, hey, you know what? At this point in time, Joe Biden is now president-elect. He has won the election fair and square. It's time for President Trump to say congratulations and move on, right? That's just one. Now let's take it across the waters. Boris Johnson, right? Let's take it across the waters. Boris Johnson, right? The prime minister said, you know what? I've done some great things with Donald Trump, but I'm excited about the president-elect Joe Biden now being in office. We've already had talks about what we're going to do with these upcoming times, and we're excited about all of this.
Nana P baby, what's going on? Yo, no, they said, yo, look, these bells and stuff. What up, nephew? Hey, look, they said, man, it's been bells and whistles going off. It's been sirens and stuff. Look, that same prime minister was talking about, look, I cannot wait for us to get back on the same page with climate control,
Yes.
with all this, with global warming, all this stuff. Or whatever. Everybody's like, yo, please. Man, look, when Mitt Romney comes out and he's even like, hey, let we can. There's going to be a recount. There's going to be this, but he just needs to concede. Just needs to just let the process play out. Just let it.
Just let it do. Like, and the problem that I have, right, man, again, and I've argued with some Trump supporters about this. It was fine and dandy in 2016. It was fine and dandy in 2016 when everything was going correct. Now, let's fast forward to 2020. It was fine and dandy when y'all won Alaska. when Trump supporters won Alaska, and it's whole 3 electoral votes, right? It was fine and dandy there. There was no ask for a recount there or anything like that. But all of a sudden, now, once Joe won, got over 270, and Georgia went blue, Pennsylvania went blue, which bumped him up to like 3 something. All of a sudden, now everything has to be recounted or has to be redone. It was fine in 2016. It was fine in 2018. But now all of a sudden you're losing. Now all of a sudden it isn't right. Democracy's wrong. Everything's wrong.
Look.
It can't be wrong if it's not in your favor. That's not true.
You know who he sounded like? See, look, this is gonna tell you how old I am. He sound like Daffy Duck. You remember when Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny used to go back and forth. It's rabbit season. It's duck season. It's rabbit season. He was sitting there like, no, we need to stop the count. We need to stop the count. And they were like, well, if you stop the count, you're gonna lose. No, keep the count going in Arizona.
Stop it. Right.
Stop it over here.
The states he was winning. Right. The states he was winning, he wanted the count to stop and keep going. Yeah. No, he wanted to stop the counts to keep going. But the states that he was losing, he wanted them to stop.
So I got a proposition for him. We can fly to Atlanta. We can go to what? We can go to 112. We can get you some. Some lemon pepper Lou. You know, we can put some ass up in your face. You know, Trump. Hey, because the word is Melania was spending a lot of time. Allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly. She was spending a lot of time in New York getting that fucking prenup together because she's about to she about to hit the door.
Hey, if she ain't already hit the door, she had a goddamn traveling truck that was in front of the goddamn White House that might have been for her.
Exactly. So Trump, look, we go to Club 112. I'm pretty sure there's a stripper in there, a white one named Mercedes. Don't quote me on that, but it's always one in every goddamn strip club.
It's always one.
It's always one. Her name is Mercedes or something crazy like that or whatever. We can put her on you, or we can call your girl Honey Daniels. We
just overlook everything. Just leave office. That's all we really need to do. We just need you to leave. That's it, bro. But I also heard this though. I also heard the reason why they're trying to combat all this stuff, right, is because they're trying to use this time between now and January to cover up all the things that he's done wrong, all the crimes and everything that he's done wrong.
You know what?
They're trying to use this as that time.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm gonna say allegedly again. God damn it. Look, tongue tied. I can't say what the fuck I want to say because it's all allegations right now. But the word is that he's trying to get Pence to pardon him, so he won't get convicted or he won't get brought up on all these goddamn charges that are waiting on his ass.
Ooh, so he's trying to get his own boy to pardon him.
He's trying to. The word is, in these last, now it's like 72, 71 days, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
He's trying to, the word is, his plot was to try to step down, get Pence to pardon him, so he won't get brought up on charges of all this shit.
Wow. And I wonder if, because of the two, Pence seems like he has the most sense, right? Of the two, he seems like now. The bar is fucking low, okay? Let's get there. The bar is fucking low.
Very low.
Of the two, Pence seems like he has the most sense. And I wonder if Pence is actually telling like, man, I can't do that. I mean, I don't know. You want me to do what?
First off, that bar is so low, it's like a fat kid jumping over a cupcake. But
and the motherfucker still grazing the frosting.
Yeah.
Motherfucker still graze the frosting.
He's still grazing that little piece of frosting and jump up. But I'm about to say, look, Pence got that. He got that mindset because you remember when all this shit started, everybody was like, "Where the fuck did Pence go?" Mm-hmm. After that tweet that he caught fucking ghosts.
Of course,
Pence ain't stupid. Pence over there like, hey, 74 days. I need a job.
I need a
Good
job.
job, bro.
I need a job.
Do I
74
need,
days.
do I need to send you my resume? Do I need
I
to send
need.
you my resume?
I've been dusting it off about 3.5 years, guys. I just waiting for this time to
Bo-
come.
Bossy, what's good? Yo, hey.
It's been. I think it's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers been waiting. They've been held. They've been held without their own authority.
Last week I told you, all these Republicans are looking like that homeboy who done had it out for you and waited for you to say something crazy like, you know what, I've been waiting on this shit since fourth grade, motherfucker.
I've been waiting on this. Waiting on this motherfucker to
Waiting on
say
this
something.
shit.
But you know what's crazy? Check this out though. So I also got word that because of all this stuff that's going on, some states are actually asking to secede from the union. Mississippi, yes, Mississippi has said because of everything that's going on, they've said we should secede from the union. I'm like,
You know what? Since you brought up succeed from the union, I know it wasn't supposed to be the second hour, but my nigga moment it works perfectly right in here.
come on with
Right,
it. You're welcome
right,
for
look, right in that crevice. All right, so we do it. We're gonna do it early. Nigga moment.
Come on with it.
Nigga moment. So it's very rare in life that you find love, and let alone you find love that obsesses over you, or go above and beyond for rich or for poor, for sickness and in health.
Mm.
I'm talking about that Darius and Nina love. I'm talking about that Ricky Ricardo and Lucy love. Hell, I'm even talking that Bonnie and Clyde type love.
That ride or die.
Look, this is not that. But Trump supporters are some of the craziest motherfuckers I've ever encountered on this earth. So, nigga moment of the week. Everybody knows, like, as soon as Trump says something, his followers go out and they just take it up and they just run with it like it's the Bible, like it's
Really do.
the Ten Commandments, all that shit. So everybody knows Trump lost. So one of his supporters gets on IG, her and her husband, and I have a bright idea. Now this bright idea is as dim as you know what, I ain't gonna say it. So
shit.
No, as dim as Jessica Simpson talking about tuna is the chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea. Boy, if y'all remember that goddamn episode.
My God. That's how dim we're talking right now. So she gets on IG and says, since Trump lost, I feel like he should just run for governor of one of these states. He should just run for governor because we can vote him in as many times we want, and all his supporters can just follow him. So you want him to run for governor, let alone ain't nobody fucking with him right now, but you want him to run for governor, and then all his supporters are gonna move to that state.
So that's roughly about 72 million motherfuckers.
They can all fit in Alabama.
And they can have that motherfucker.
Hey.
They can have that motherfucker.
You know what? Because when I was trying to pick my hat to wear for this episode, I'm still pissed off in Florida. It was two goddamn Florida hats, one for Miami and a Florida Marlins hat that I thought about winning. I was like, you know what? I'm still fuck y'all. I'm still pissed off at y'all. Y'all didn't vote that shit. You know what? They can go right to Florida too. They can take over Florida. God damn it, Tulum is the new Miami anyway. God damn it, they can just take over Florida.
Hey, listen, motherfuckers tired of going to Miami Beach any fucking way. We need a new goddamn beach anyway. We need a new beach to go to any fucking way. Niggas tired of going to. We going to Miami. I don't want to go again.
You know what? You know what? God damn it! I'm so fucking pissed at y'all. I'll go to Galveston. God damn it! And
I
jump
go
in
to
the ocean.
Galveston, jump in that salty ass water.
Get stung by jellyfish, all this shit.
I don't give a shit. It's brown. I'm going to see these clear brown waters. God damn it! I'm going to see these clear brown waters. Fuck y'all.
That brown, look that brown water. Give my goddamn melanin some goddamn vibe.
Just
Goddamn.
that's all. We supporting the black business. We supporting the black businesses, the brown water and all.
Oh my god, dude.
But I had a problem, I had a problem. And again, man, I argued with a Trump supporter about this. I said, 72 million of y'all voted for Donald Trump, right? Y'all voted for him. And the problem I have with y'all, and it's not the problem that y'all voted for him. That ain't the problem I have. The problem is that I have with y'all is when that motherfucker lost, y'all wanted shit to go back to normal. Now, I said I have a problem with that. The problem I had with that shit was if you wanted it to go back to normal, you knew for 4 years that there was something fucking wrong, or that some shit was going on. Donald Trump gave all y'all the strength of Twitter fingers. He gave all y'all the strength of being internet bullies. He gave all y'all the strength of acting like you could say what you wanted to say when you wanted to say it until that ass got whooped, until that ass got tapped. And not only did Trump lose, a lot of you Trump supporters would lose too. Y'all would try the wrong one, and then y'all ass would get mollywopped and laid out on the ground.
Hey,
just laid the fuck out.
I'm gonna say it like this. Trump supporters sounded like I'm sorry to my fellas. Trump supporters sound like a dude that they go over chick house or whatever. Tell her to get naked. And she's like, what the fuck you say? I'm just joking. I was just playing.
I was just playing. I was just
like Nelly said. I was just playing. I was just look. Can we just go back to watching the movie? Can we I really didn't mean that. I really didn't mean that.
Right.
That's how the fuck they sound.
They taking their flags down, taking their stuff down, and all that. And I'm like,
speaking of that, these memes have been incredible. I posted a couple videos on my page, on my story, of these Trump supporters going out. And like taking the flags and the signs out their yard.
Oh, it's bad.
And they playing that what is that? They playing that the trumpet that they play at funerals and shit.
Yes. 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 And and this week has been, hell, these past few weeks, has been very, not argumentative, but it's been some points have been needed to be made. We've lived through other Republican presidents.
Yeah.
We've lived through other Republican presidents, and it has never been like this.
No.
It's never been like this. Even when Bush was in office, he was a human being. Now, again, we might not have agreed with some of the policies and some of the things that they talked about.
Dumb as a sack of rocks.
Right. But still in all, it wasn't like this. The country wasn't like this. And I think that's the biggest problem.
He did it. Bush did it the way politics should be.
For sure.
He did it the way politics should be. He got in office and he tried to finish his daddy's job. The war, making all his friends money, this, that, the other, keeping your mouth closed, and going with the narrative. It's the way politics is.
And go with the narrative.
Trump just want the
exactly.
And here we are, So, speaking of narratives and whatnot, there are a few narratives going right now off of Saturday night. Obviously, we have a new president-elect and a new madam, vice president.
Mm-hmm.
But the highlight of all the shit was SNL, because there was it's funny. They booked him 4 years ago, and then they booked him again like Saturday, which is 4 years to the day, and it was also the same night that a new president was crowned. Dave
Yep.
Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. And I could not wait for this shit because obviously Dave Chappelle is, to me, he's the GOAT.
Oh,
To me, he's the GOAT. But he's so controversial, he makes it the norm. And a lot of his jokes, you have to be on that level in order to catch them.
you've got to be to catch Dave Chappelle. You really got to be knowing what's going on.
There you go. He teddying. He teddying us.
Am I back? Am I back?
Oh yeah, you back now. You
All right,
back
there
now.
we go. All right. So, motherfucker, goddamn. That's how I know somebody that came through the door. Somebody must be at the house. They done jumped on. Cut that Netflix off. Anyway, all right. So to be caught up with Dave Chappelle, you've got to be knowing what's going on politically,
Yes.
and just in historically, right? Dave Chappelle is one of the only comedians I know that will go after a terminally ill kid, make a joke about it, right? But there's a message behind it some sort of way, right? He's the only one I know that's able to do that. It's not necessarily about the terminally ill kid. It's really about the message that he's trying to get across, right? A lot of people don't realize is when George Floyd died, right? Dave Chappelle did that special, which was called, like, I think 8 minutes and 44 seconds, I think it was. And it was literally him in a club, in a club basement.
Yeah.
And he was just going on for 8 minutes and 44 seconds, which was the time of George Floyd, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't supposed to be funny, but because it was Dave Chappelle, and because only Dave Chappelle could do that sort of type of thing, it came across as brilliant, hands down. Today, people are talking about how brilliant that 8 minutes and 44 seconds was, but only somebody of Dave Chappelle's mind would think, yo, let me go do 8 minutes and 44 seconds of this.
Dude, Vicky J, what's good? Yo, what I admire so much about Dave Chappelle is his storytelling, and his setups are like nothing else.
Oh, by far.
And we talked about this in the pre-show meeting. But the one joke in his monologue where he started out and he set it up, he said, I am hosting Saturday Night Live again, 4 years to the date. And then he says, I wish my grandfather was alive to see this. Mm-hmm. He goes into the backstory of how his grandfather, was a slave. He went through all these beatings and, all this turmoil and all this heartache, and said he was sold to many slave owners. And he tied it back into to now, and saying that how Saturday, Chappelle's show is on Netflix, mm-hmm. and Chappelle's show is on HBO Max. And then he says, if his grandfather was alive to see him today, or whatever, his grandfather would realize that he's being sold, he's been bought and sold more than his grandfather ever did in his whole lifetime. Ooh. And of course, you heard a couple now. I'm in my bed. I'm crying laughing. I'm crying laughing. Because the shit is genius and it's funny as hell, and it gives you history of what black people went through. And he made fun of the fact that, yes, Chappelle's show was mine, but yet they're selling that shit and he doesn't get a fucking dime off of it.
That's exactly what he said. He said, I ain't getting paid for it. I said, oh, shit, Dave. Damn, Dave, you ain't getting paid.
He's not getting a damn cent off of that.
That's crazy. That is nuts. And a lot of people didn't find that episode of Saturday Night Live funny. And you and I were texting back and forth through it. I was like, this episode has got to be written by Dave Chappelle. Because
It was.
out of the gate, the first one was Ain't Your Mama and Uncle Ben, right? Out of the gate, the first sketch was Uncle Ben and Ain't Your Mama, right? Out of the gate. And then
Out of the
he
gate.
talked about the Allstate guy. And so I was like, oh, you know, with Dave Chappelle, he's gonna cross over that line and he's gonna make you watch it and he's gonna make you laugh. But he's also gonna make you understand that, man, there's stuff going on. Man, there's a message why I'm saying all this shit, man.
They don't get that. Just like I know that it's probably understanding when Dave Chappelle gets on there that that SNL is going to pay a fine. They're going to pay a fine right off the bat.
Oh, for sure.
Look, because he let about 15 niggas go.
The opening monologue. Like this. Hey, this is when I knew we were in for some trouble. He walked out in a suit, no tie, and a cigarette. I said, "Uh-oh, Dave Chappelle is here." When I saw the cigarette, I said,
he's the only guy that's able to smoke on SNL's stage and drop niggas all over the place.
I mean, them motherfuckers was flowing like water. Them niggas was flowing like water. But what's funny is, if you go back and watch the dude that's sitting behind Dave. He's in the music section, right?
Yeah.
He got the mask on. You can see the uncomfortability in his eyes. He's like, should I laugh? I don't know if I should laugh or not.
And the black guy, why is always the black guy on the drums for the most part? The black guy on the drums or whatever. You can tell like he laughed and his head go like this. You can tell a couple times like he want to clap his shit, but I gotta say PC. I gotta say PC.
It's hilarious, man. And like I said, man, I saw that cigarette. I said, oh, this is gonna be a time. This is gonna be a time. He's the only one, because you know what's crazy is, for one, I guarantee you that Lorne Michael didn't even ask him anything about the cigarette.
No,
Dave probably was smoking the entire time, doing the rehearsals, doing the writings. Dave was smoking the entire time. And
the entire time.
And dared somebody said, "Are you gonna take that on stage?"
They lucky. Look, because it always goes hand in hand or whatever. And normally, like when he does the shows, he have it. They lucky he didn't have a cup like this with the goddamn cigarette.
We was for real gonna get Dave if he had a cup with the 2-finger cigarette. It was on then. If that was gonna happen.
But you know why I knew where the show was going? They were so goddamn quick with that opening segment. And I was wondering if he was gonna do it, and he never fails me. Goddamn Jim Carrey. You doing Joe Biden and you brought out Ace Ventura.
First of all, right? So we're gonna come right back to that. But first of all, I know all of us were waiting like, well, this goddamn football game, hurry up so we could get to SNL. We trying to get to SNL. That's what we were trying to get to, right?
Yes.
But the quickness of SNL, brother, Kamala, and they had her fit to a T.
I want to talk about that too.
To a fucking T. But Jim Carrey, one of the most brilliant comedic actors to grace us, right? He got everybody when he hit the Ace Ventura on us, right? We could. I could keep.
There has to be. Look, in all elections, there has to be a winner and a loser.
And I could even see him start to laugh when he said it. I could even see him start to chuckle up a little bit when he said it. I said, "Oh, this is what we have been waiting for."
Loser. Now, Kamala. Now, look, I ain't gonna even bring in that. You saw his hand placement, didn't you?
I did.
Sus. conspiracy episode. We'll talk about that. All right. So to kind of like, Twitter, everybody was like, how the fuck did they already know what Kamala's going to wear? Okay, people, think about it. The speech was in Delaware. At what time? 8:30?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
8:30? What time did SNL come on? 10:30?
10:30, like 11, almost 11.
In Hollywood or in TV, they have this position. They have these people called stylists, and they have a whole rack full of clothing and everything else. So, and I'm pretty sure once they saw Kamala come out, they were on the phone or they had an assistant run out and get that shit real quick.
That's exactly what happened. If they had another outfit for Kamala, the moment that Kamala walked out to Mary J. Blige, right? Which we need to discuss about something, all right? I bring up another point, which just kind of led into that, which we got to talk about. But when Kamala came out to Mary J. Blige, all of a sudden, right? If that outfit was not sitting back in that back room at SNL, they got on the phone right then. Hey, we need an all white with an all white bow. Go get it. Make it happen now. Boom. Here's the picture. Boop boop. They sent the picture. That assistant was running to go get it. Hey, I'm assistant from SNL. I gotta have this. Need it now. Thank you. They had that sucker back on stage in less than 45 minutes, and they was ready to go.
Exactly. That's all it takes.
That's what
That's all it takes. Now, look, now we can get
brilliance of SNL though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look, now we can get into your boy, because he won our hearts again with a heartfelt message, about we can now breathe. We ain't got to leave the house and worry about, how he got choked up. We ain't got to leave the house and worry about, about being harassed and all the things that we've had to endure the last 4 years and this, that, and the other. Hey, I was like, look, bro, I feel you. I'm right here with you. By young brown and black, children out there. Then you fuck it all up. You fuck it all the way up. Oh my God. She came out to Beyonce, drops mic. The point that got me, he was like, drops mic. No, pick that motherfucker right on back up.
Nigga, you need to pick it up, plug it back in, wrap it around your arm, and grab the rest of it. You need
to boomerang that motherfucker like, boomerang that motherfucker like, no, bring that motherfucker all the way.
Bring that back. So I'm sitting in front of my TV. I'm sitting there excited, But first of all, I heard the speech that he had given. Or whatever, saying we could breathe. First of all, I wasn't believing you because I ain't forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot what side you was on, right? So I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot what you did. I ain't forgot who you was pointing at, right? So I wasn't surprised when the nigga came on and said, yeah. So she walked out to Beyonce. I was like, nigga, your playlist weak as fuck. If you
weak as hell.
Your playlist weak as shit. If you said that she came out to Beyonce and thought he was just right.
With his old look, with his play, he got that old suggestive Taylor Swift playlist on Spotify and shit. Like we think you would like these. We think you would like these.
We think you like these, and he clicks on them. That's the thing. We think you like these. Oh, let me try these out.
How do you mix up? Beyonce and Mary J?
There's no way. Yeah, well, Van Jones showed us that you can. Now, a lot of people weren't even feeling his little speech, right? His little crying speech about we can't breathe. I can breathe now. I can do all this because of all the work and stuff that he had done with Trump's administration, And so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a lot of work that he's done with the Trump administration, taking pictures with Trump's. He's done a lot for them, and he's also even almost halfway supported Trump by saying he's done a lot of great things for this country. Now, I'm not huge into politics. I don't really try to get into it, so I don't know. But being a normal person in the goddamn United States of America, I've only seen negative things from Trump, right? I've only seen negative things from Trump.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
so, right, I've only seen negative things from Trump. And so when I saw that he was one of the ones that was helping with some of the things that Trump was doing, I was like, dude, why are you even speaking? You're not the face. You should not be the face of the African American community on CNN, because you're giving a false representation. Jake Tapper was a better representation of the black community, and he's not even black.
Look, yeah, because if you watch CNN like I did, like 24 hours a day, goddamn it, like all last week, he represents, like, he be speaking for the Dems, like he's all on their side, and going at the Republican that they bring on their side, but yeah,
Right.
You're a double agent. You're a double agent.
100%.
In the hood, we call you a snitch.
100%. 100%. Like I was back at Don Lemon. Don Lemon was coming on. He was speaking truth. He was speaking from how he really was feeling about everything that Don Lemon has going on. Even Cuomo, I guess I hope I'm saying his name right. Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, I think it is. Him and Don Lemon. Yeah, Q. AQ. Him and Don Lemon go back and forth. They were speaking about being real. Like AQ called out this one dude. He said, hey, you know that Trump is a racist, right? If you know he's a racist, why would you vote for him? The dude said, I wouldn't vote for him. He said, but you did. He said, if you knew outlandish that he's a racist, and he said, the man has said he's a racist. Yeah, the man has said he's a racist. When you gonna vote for him? Like, what he said, what? He said, you have to think about it. I said, that's what I'm talking about.
The guy was like, well, it depends on the circumstance. There is no fucking circumstance.
There's no circumstance, right? Exactly. So that was my whole point when it came to Van Jones, was like, you're not the correct representation of what the African American male is actually feeling. Now, the girl, Abby, she did her thing. I applaud Abby for getting on there, and she spoke a lot of truth, not only from the black woman, but she spoke a lot of truth from just the African American race in general.
Abby got that work. Abby was doing it.
Abby was speaking wholehearted truth, but also giving a real true representation of what we've been feeling over these past 4 years. So of course, I think everybody, not just myself, took her word way more than Van. And so then when Van dropped the whole Kamala comes out to Beyonce mic drop, no, bitch, nigga, pick that mic up back up. You're wrong. pick that back up, brother.
Pick that back up and put it in your iPod Nano, goddammit. That's what you roll. You roll with the Nano. Like me. Not the classic, not the Generation 5, none of it. You roll with a fucking Nano.
I don't even see him with a Nano. I see him with one of them MP3 players that had the USB at the end that you had to stick it to the computer and then line wire your music to that.
Then he bought off Wish.
Off a Wish. This shit was $6 off a Wish, right?
You only fit 8 songs on that motherfucker. Like, B-Wave, it was good. You only fit 8 songs on the motherfucker. So you gotta really choose. You gotta really choose what songs you really want to fuck with.
It only worked for like a month because LimeWire had viruses on it. So the songs that he downloaded into it didn't work for about a month.
No, you remember? Hold on, you remember that? You remember everybody when Fabulous first came out, and everybody was trying to download Fabulous album. But you got the track list, but every song you downloaded was nothing but Joe Budden's "Pump It Up." Hold up.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
look. You done burned about 5 CDs before you even knew that shit.
You
Like
didn't realize what's going on. You done hit CD burn and everything. You done roll through. All you hear, pump, pump, pump it up.
your friend, look, hey, your friend done called your room. We in college. He done called your room. Like, hey, bro, like, why you playing all these fucking jokes? Like, what you talking
What you
about? You
talking?
playing all these jokes, nigga. Every goddamn song on here is Joe Budden. You like, for real? Seriously?
Oh,
Speaking of jokes, I not only have one nigga moment, I got two. I
bring
got
them
a
up.
second one for you. I got a second. So, let's going back to the Trump campaign, Trump administration, or people in general. So, the narrative that they've been throwing for the last week and a half was that the fact that this election was stolen. There were
Ooh.
illegal ballots, illegal voting. Only in black communities, though. Fuck all the white rural areas. It was only in the black communities. But one state in particular is the focal point. Nevada. Now, we're not talking about Vegas. We're talking about like this little bitty town. I don't know if it's Kenosha. Well, I think I got that right. Something like that. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
Don't quote me.
something like
Don't
that.
quote me. But
Allegedly.
allegedly, that was a focal point. And look, Nevada was like Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning. You order, you just waiting on your goddamn food. They like, look, you gonna get this shit. You gonna get this shit whenever you get it. God damn it. I got five side plates, eggs double hard with with the they like fuck this. You gonna get it whenever you get it. God damn it.
I ordered 3 all-star jams, and you only got one of them.
we still waiting on the grits.
Wait on the green.
But so originally there was one lady that that the Republican campaign brought out, and they said that she tried to go vote, and somebody had already voted for her. Now there was already what's the word I'm looking for? Debunked. There we go. It was already debunked.
Yeah.
Because they shut that shit down. They brought her in, and they said, no, we already talked to her, we already showed her like this, we already ran her signature through our database and decided that was hers. Now, if she wants to come in and say something on the record, and she declined. But it gets even better, people. It gets even better. So, if anybody knows, if you've ever watched Cold Case, First 48, or any of these, 60 Minutes, all these, when they bring in a witness, and the witness does not want to be identified, they put their little black shadow up. They put their black shadow up, and they disguise their voice.
Oh my gosh, man.
So Fox News, which we all know is a Republican news station, they defend Republicans to the T.
Boy.
So they brought this lady on, and this lady is talking about, yes, I witnessed voter fraud up front and personal, firsthand. And they were like, where, miss? This is in Nevada. And she said that she was walking up, and she passed a van. She passed a van that had Biden, Harris on the side of it. And she said that people were out there filling out ballots in broad daylight. She said that they were filling out ballots in broad daylight. That's not the kicker, though. That's not the kicker. She said look, why my boys get country and shit? That is not the goddamn kicker. That is not the kicker.
That ain't the kicker.
That is not the goddamn kicker. She goes on to say that she saw a bag of ballots. A bag of ballots being ushered into not the side door when you go to the club, like you tell your homeboy I'm outside, you just generally knock on the side and he let you in. Not the back door where your boy's the DJ or whatever, and he's saying like, hey, I'm sending somebody back to let you know. She said they ushered in all these ballots through the front goddamn door. This is in broad daylight.
And
Now,
not
this is
and
broad
not
daylight.
not one person that was walking in to go vote like normal. I was going to vote like normal,
Yeah.
saw anybody. She was the only one to see this whole debacle taking place.
When she passed this mysterious van that had Biden Harris on the side.
You know,
Now, look, now just picture this. Damn, I ain't got no piece, but just picture this. Just picture this. I'm sitting there talking. Look, the Fox reporter. Okay, we have a young lady. She wants to keep herself anonymous, for obvious reasons. But she witnessed some things that we've been alluding to. We've been alluding to for the last couple of days. We're gonna bring her on and let her tell a story. Yes, I witnessed voter fraud. So you said you witnessed voter fraud in front? Yes. They were out front. They had a Biden Harris van, and they were just filling out ballots out in front of in broad daylight. Are you fucking
what
serious,
in the hell? Oh
dude?
my gosh. So that adds to this one other story that I saw that was very similar to that. There was a group of Trump supporters that were claiming fraud, and they were saying that they were using the media as as the ones that were doing the fraud. So where it was the media, and I guess one of the major polling places, the media was lined up, right? But there's a media entrance to where the media vans can go in, park their stuff, get their camera equipment, right? They go inside or whatever. Well, there was a group of supporters that were outside the fence was saying, look, they're right there. They're taking in stuff right now. They're taking in ballots. They're taking in ballots. So the reporter, the reporter, it was probably one of the most pettiest things I've ever seen in my life, and I loved it. The reporter said, oh, hold on, we're going to go. I have a media pass, and I am media, so I'm going to go back there. So they go back there, and they asked the media trucks to open up their vans and their cases. So they open them up, and they're like, yeah, there's a group that's standing outside the fences, and they're saying that you guys are part of the voting fraud or whatever. Do you mind if I just open up your van and just see what's going on, what you have in there? So the dude was like, yeah, man, open it up. Yeah. So they opened up the van. It's a camera, a monitor, a tripod. And it was like, do you guys have any bags or anything? It was like, nah, most of the time we don't carry bags. We just carry our briefcases that have, like our lenses and stuff. Can I see one of them? Sure. Dude pops open the briefcase. It's like 6 different lenses and stuff like that. So the reporter's like, yeah, y'all are being, they're saying that y'all are part of the fraud. It was like, man, I get paid. One dude said, man, I get paid like $30,000 a year to do this shit, man. Like he was like, man, it's like, man, I don't get paid enough to do that, man, to go, voter fraud behind my camera. Man, I'm a cameraman.
Don't pay me enough for this shit, man.
Don't pay me enough for this shit, man.
For
Like
me
I
to be
already got to do enough.
for me to be look for me to be sneaking around, trying to fill out some illegal fucking ballots and shit. And look, shout out to Philly. Philly is the most gangster city right now,
Oh,
or
for
like
sure.
the officials are, because obviously Trump and his campaign, that was one of the sites that they were literally honing in on as being crooked and not letting their ministers in, like, to oversee the monitors and all this other stuff. They turned around and was like, I don't understand. I don't understand what they're talking about. Like, we have 24/7 live webcam in there. They said anybody in the fucking world can tune in and see this shit.
That's like they're like, y'all talking about voter fraud. Well, there was also a story of somebody admitted that they lied about the voter fraud, and like they were paid like $130,000 from the Republican side, or some Republican representative or something like that, was paid
I
like
ain't gonna even lie.
130,000.
I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would told that fucking lie too.
Hey,
Hey,
and then
see, I think, hey. Yeah, they told me to lie.
yeah, they told me to lie, to do the votes. Hey, you got, is the 130 in my account already? Oh, okay, it is. All right, bet. Yeah, they told me to lie about a few things.
What you did? That's when they go off script and they voice come back normal. They like, no, it was voter fraud and everything. So you said $30,000 in my bank today? Oh shit! Oh no, so we
They be forgetting. Yes, I was told to lie, but then they only pay. Hold on, wait. You didn't say 2 payments. You didn't say 2 so when they told me to lie, it was only really 2. It's like, y'all
Hey,
find
your
the dumbest
phone-
motherfucker to lie.
your phone start ringing. Draper, niggas, that you on TV?
No, that ain't me. Who calling me?
No, it is not me. Oh my god, dude. But needless to say, I'm glad we're past the majority of this bullshit.
The majority. We are past the majority. I mean, there's still a lot of it going on, but I mean, we're past the majority of it. Man, I think, I think everybody really, one thing Van said is everybody's able to breathe a little bit with Biden, because I mean, dude already done set a task force for the coronavirus. I was like, at least with that, I was like, okay, we're already getting some stuff done. The dude done more in 4 or 5 days than Trump has done in 4 years.
Look, and I'm gonna leave because we're gonna get to the foolishness next hour. But I'm gonna leave it on this. My man Joe, or as I call him, Shorty Joe, because look the way he ran up on that stage, goddamn, to give his speech. He had that Shorty logo on. But the pettiness is so fucking real. And everybody knows that Trump and his whole goddamn slogan, even back in 2016, was "Make America Great Again." Joe Biden. I said Joe Budden. Goddamn it, the goddamn song was in my head.
Look at
pump it up. Joe Biden, his first picture after his speech and everything else. There's a picture of Donald Trump on the left with a "Make America Great" hat again. "Make America Great Again" hat. There's a picture on the right with Joe Biden with a hat that says "We just did."
And it was in blue. I loved it. I said, "Come on, Joe."
And Joe smiled. He was like,
I loved it. His wife is covering up the little vice part. I said, "Come on now." I said, "I like it, Jill. You better go ahead on. Jill and Joe. You just did."
Hey, Wildly, you Teddy in a little bit, but watch you sound like you behind the screen with the.
Did I really? Jill and Joe. Jill and Joe. You just did.
Yes. Oh my God. All right. So, y'all already know what it is. It's Midweek Vibe. This is hour number 1. Had to get the politics out the way or whatever. So we're coming right back. Hour number 2 is Lyric Lounge and a lot of other shit. So tell a friend to come back. We'll be back in a minute. All right.
Here we go.